Welcome back to Islam is Live. Here, we're talking about Uber today. Uber, it's not just y'all. A lot of you companies do this. A lot of delivery. A lot of you companies out there. You charge service fees, delivery fees, other fees. What the f are other fees? Anyway, all that. The FTC finally did get Uber. And Uber, as I was reading this, y'all were on some bull. And I hope y'all lose this lawsuit. This lawsuit. Everything here is allegedly, but I'm saying, for my freedom of speech, y'all guilty. All right. So let's get into it. Uber was built off of convenience. It replaced the taxi. I'm not old enough to remember, but I imagine that you will call a dispatcher, tell them your current location and the location you want to go to, and they will send somebody out. There was no like, okay, are they close nearby? It's just more like, hey, just be ready when you call them. Uber has definitely changed the game and put taxi essentially almost out of business. Now I know there are some independent taxi drivers out there, but honestly, who is using those? I never met nobody who ordered a taxi, but they are currently being sued by the FTC for deceitful practice. What I mean by that? If I had to YouTube how to cancel something with your service or product, something is wrong with your product and you need to change your SOPs. This is ridiculous. Why do I have to go on YouTube to figure out how to cancel certain things? Uber's not the only one. Y'all just being highlighted. This isn't an attack towards Uber as a whole company. It's more specifically in terms of their monthly subscription, Uber One. Now what Uber One is, it's like a monthly subscription that allows regular users to get a discount than somebody who just made this download the app, purchase it one time. It gives you discounts on deliveries, on meals, and so on and so on. Now with the FTC complaint, it alleged that canceling a free trial early could immediately end the remaining trial benefits, which is some like if you're going to offer something for 7 days and I decide to cancel on the 5th day, that does not mean that I don't want to use those full benefits to the 7th day. Stop being a scammer. This is some real scammer behavior. This thing has become so popularized within the internal company that it has been labeled as the final 48 hours. That is not acceptable. You know of a problem that is so bad that you gave it a title? Again, y'all are on some bullshit. And I read this complaint. It's not necessarily on the employees. The employees, y'all done fantastic. It's more in terms of you executives. I can't stand you guys. So, imagine you're trying to just cancel your subscription and these motherfuckers keep asking you a bunch of questions. Are you sure you want this discount? Do you want to just pause it for now? Like that. If I click on cancel, it's because I want to cancel. It's not by accident. Now you may ask me, are you sure? But don't put all this extra in front of me. I got shit to do and you charging me. If I like you, I will come back to you. Uber first became successful by making transportation easier than calling and waiting for a traditional taxi. He said, the company later expanded into food delivery, groceries, and other services. During Q4 2020, Uber reported that mobility gross booking fell 47% compared to prior years, while delivery grew 128%, which kind of makes more sense because during that time, we had the pandemic. Everything was closed, so no one was really going anywhere. But deliveries did spike during that period because everybody didn't want to go out or incapable of going out. Uber also reported that more than 5 million members across its earlier membership programs by the end of 2020. People weren't going out, but they were bringing in. By Q2 of 2021, customers who used multiple Uber services generated nearly half of the company's gross profit. So Uber saw that things were coming in with these delivery services and say, okay, how can we capitalize and pivot from what we're currently doing to reach greater success? And so they launched Uber One. It combined the benefits for rides and delivery under one membership, which is great because no one wants to pay a bunch of subscription services. By Q1 2026, Uber reported 5 million Uber One members. It says members generated half of its gross booking across mobility and drivers. Now, when Uber saw that, they said, okay, we are reliant on this. And when you become reliant on one thing, you do anything necessary just to maintain that. And so, y'all became scammers. Now, according to the complaint, Uber adopted a policy in 2022 that immediately ended the free trial remaining benefits when customers decided to cancel early. So again, when you said it's like, okay, you know what? I tried this for 3 days, I don't like it, and you cancel on the 3rd day out of 7 days, they said, okay, well, then you don't like us, you don't get none of us. The complaint also alleged that policies was intended to reduce the number of people leaving during the free trial, which that's me, I've done that. I may have just bought that because I saw a discount. You know what? I don't want to pay that delivery fee. I tip, but the way that you do these delivery fees, service fee, other fees, What the fuck are other fees? Like, come on, y'all just add so much. The order costs $10, but I end up paying like $30 because I leave a tip to the driver. Now, if you don't leave a tip to the driver, you kind of fucked up. I ain't gonna cap. You should tip them. But Uber, you make it difficult for us to tip them because, like, what the fuck are these other fees? These restaurants, no. Y'all cut is the service. Other fees, what's other fees? Service fees. That's why I'm paying the restaurant, and delivery fees. That's why I'm tipping the driver. And I know y'all ain't giving that to the drivers. I'm not speaking from experience because I'm not gonna do that. But y'all are some fucking scammers. Now, if you use the Uber Eats app like I do sometimes when I just didn't plan ahead, so I had to order something because I'm stuck at my job because I can't leave. You also see those promotions where say, oh, get Uber One, you get this discount, which it is a good discount, and I think the value for it is very valuable if you use Uber Eats constantly, which I need to learn to cook at home. That's just me just talking. But it is a great value if you use Uber a lot. But they do promote the shit out of that. So everything is marketing. Of course, they said memberships or free trial automatically renews unless the customers decide to cancel. Canceling a free trial early could allegedly end the remaining benefits early. The complaint also alleged that some customers were charged before the billing date displayed to them. So, you guys are a multi-billion-dollar gross profit business. Now, you're not a multi-million-dollar company. Why are y'all pulling this bullshit? Like, the people, the CEOs and executives, I understand that you guys went to these pristine colleges sometimes, but none of you guys, a lot of you guys are nepo babies or trust fund babies. I don't like you guys, to be honest. I like independent businesses, even though y'all do some bullshit. But the difference between them and you is I can actually sue the small business owner and not face a ton of lawyers. But with these corporations, you employees thinking like, oh, I'm just getting paid. You lawyer employees, I don't like you at all because you guys are just as guilty. Well, immoral. Let's just say that you're doing your job, but you're making the system a whole lot worse for everybody else. Give us average Joes a chance to fight against these corporations because you know they bad. And you know, like let's pause real quick. It's so bad that the United States of America, the country, had to develop a whole industry to go after you guys because no citizen can really go after these giant corporations. That's how bad it is. I want y'all to let that sit for a moment. That they know that citizens cannot go after big corporations. So they develop a whole agency to go after these corporations because of these legal fees and all this bullshit that comes along with suing a company. And the company may be wrong, but they'll just starve you out. What they'll just starve out your finances. This system is crazy. But continuing, outside the final 48 hours, the alleged cancellation process could require at least 7 screens and 12 different actions. Why is it taking me 5 minutes to cancel? Oh no, like 10 minutes to cancel when it takes me like 20 seconds to join. That ratio is pretty off. This could include a survey and offers to pause membership, accept discounts, or remain enrolled. During the final 48, customers could lose the direct app cancellation option and direct to customer support. So let's stop here because I got mad when I saw this. In the final 48 hours, so on the 6th day you want out of this 6th and 7th day you want to cancel, they would remove the cancellation, or it would have some glitching error where you would need to contact customer support. And I'm pretty sure you guys know somebody in customer support. They are not in a rush to deal with you, all right? Because I work in customer service. Y'all are some assholes. Like, y'all think because y'all on the phone, y'all can talk to us crazy. When I have your address, I have your phone number, I can look you up easily and do some weird stuff to you. But I'm not, because the longest route described in the complaint reached as many as 23 screens and at least 32 different actions following waiting for support. So y'all remember how I said, like, don't really blame the employees because it's more of the executives? Well, in August of 2023, an employee alleged raised concern about directing customer to support while payments were pending. In November 2023, internal document alleged connected a lack of transparency with customers, frustration, confusion, and high support contact. What I'm hearing is executives say, you know what? We know that we're screwing people over, but we're just going to have the customer support deal with that and let them get overwhelmed and backlog because we're not dealing with you guys. We're just taking your money. The complaint reported that more than 28.7 million U.S. enrollments and approximately $935 million in gross subscription revenue over 2 years. So they got paid by doing this, and I'm pretty sure their stock went up for this. And people are like saying, "Oh, you're doing such a great job scamming people." Y'all, all right? Not the employees, because I know the employees aren't doing this. It's more about these executives, because I'm pretty sure there is some sort, I'm alleging, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure there's some sort of like, okay, if our profits increase this much, you get a 5% bonus. Employees aren't seeing that bonus, but I know executives are. If you guys start reporting these companies much more, it will bring to the FTC's attention, and they can probably go after more companies if you guys just start complaining. It's not snitching. These people are doing some immoral shit. Get on their asses, all right? So on April 21st of 2025, the FTC filed its original federal complaint against Uber. December 15, 2025, 21 states and the District of Columbia joined in the amended cases. So, like, y'all think I'm just like kind of overreacting? No, this is some serious bullshit. The government alleged that Uber used unclear enrollment and billing disclosure and failed to provide a simple cancellation method. Didn't I not say this before? If it takes me 10 seconds to join, nigga, it should take me 5 seconds to cancel. If I cancel by mistake, nigga, I'll just resubscribe. It's not that hard. But y'all be doing this bullshit, or y'all just change the little app differently, or y'all put it under a different section where I can't find it so easily. It should be like a universal practice that if you want to cancel your subscription, you need to follow these steps. So no matter what app you're on, whatever service you're doing, you know that, okay, I need to find accounts, I need to find billing, and boom, there it goes. There shouldn't be like, okay, Uber has one way of doing it, Lyft has one way of doing it, Instacart has one way of doing it. No, y'all obviously can't be trusted. Now, of course, Uber is denying everything. Uber disputes the government claims and says enrollment and cancellations are clear and lawful. Uber has also said it simplified cancellation and removed the historical final 48 customer support requirements. Now, language is important because that is past tense. So it means you changed it. So prior to that, was it difficult? I solve y'all case. Give me a cut, FTC. I want like they made almost $1 billion for this, so like y'all can give me like 100 grand. Like I ain't really tripping. Like now, Uber became successful by making everyday customer service easier, and Uber One extended that convenience across rides and delivery. Now, this case shows that convenience can easily be wiped away. They get you in, what's it called? Bait and switch. They pull you in, and then they switch up on your. So, I would say Uber, you have competition out there because I haven't seen Lyft being accused of anything like this. I hope they find your and I hope they penalize because you can't write that off either. So, stop buying Uber. Buy Tupperware. You don't need that. All right, y'all. Y'all be easy. Thanks for watching.